Good evening, everyone. Good evening once more. Welcome to Njenje Media TV. My name is Mazi Ezoke. And this evening, we are going to be looking at the title suggests the slap fiesta in Awka. Many people, as you all know, have spoken about this. And many a times, those have taken lead in speaking about what transpired when and during the time Professor Chukwuma Charles Soludo was being sworn in as the governor of Anambra State. As that was happening, we all saw what happened and what it's now known as slap fiesta. Some have used words that many women have disagreed with. Some also uh, have argued that why is it that this issue concerning women is being majorly discussed by men? Now, to do justice to this evening, in order to look at what actually transpired, the perspective of a mother, a woman of substance, is very much needed at this point in time. And to do that with me, I have my dear sister, the Amazon of Niger Delta, in the person of Annkio Briggs, here with me this evening. Dear sister, I say to you, you're welcome to Njenje Media TV.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Good evening, everyone. And thank you
Nice to
for having me.
nice to speak to you once more. Nice to speak to you. Nice to have you here with me. Now, obviously, you and I have spoken just a little about what transpired in my own state. I always use that word emphatically, my own state of Anambra, and a collective state for that indeed. And that state is known as the light of the nation. Recently, that was last week, there was a transition. During that transition ceremony, Professor Chukwuma Charles Soludo was about to be sworn in. Suddenly, there was a commotion. In that commotion, which you and I eventually learned was a slap that happened. The other day, we saw it in a Rise TV, Dr. Ruben Abati used some words that as I have read online, that so many women have said that those words could be termed as derogatory. Having listened to all this, I want to know from you, what is your view about that slap? Was it needed or was it in self-defense?
Good evening again, everyone. And once again, thank you for having me on this your show that has made you famous with is it YouTube or Facebook? And I said I want to follow in your footsteps. Anyway, to more serious matters. Quite honestly, I watched the the video. I didn't watch the swearing in. I was in the process of doing other things when my phone rang and somebody said, you need to, are you watching Anambra swearing in? I said, no, I'm not. Say, you need to watch Anambra swearing in. I said, what is happening? They said, Lady Bianca has slapped, Mrs. Ojuku has slapped the wife of the former governor. So I switched in, but by the time, of course, I got in there, the process had ended, and the whole issue was now flying all over the place. People were sending it to each other, and I made some calls, and began a picture began to emerge. This picture very clearly shows that number one, the wife of the former governor of Anambra State, Mrs. Obiano, first of all, is used to slapping people in Anambra State. If I am wrong, you have to correct me because I am speaking from hearsay. But these are the things that have led up to where we are today. Now, also, after this issue emerged, stories began to emerge that somebody like Mrs. Ojuku is aggrieved, and the story behind her being aggrieved over a period of time is the issue of disrespect that she feels and believes that has been shown her husband, having been one of the leaders of the Abga party before he died.
Mhm.
Being also, I think he ran for or attempted to run for
President.
presidency, for president at when he was alive. Also, that since his death, that Bianca has always had a posthumous birthday party for him. And then stories began to emerge that a traditional ruler from your state in from that area had also issued a statement a day after, now indicating that Bianca is a title holder in your custom, in your culture. In my culture, women are not in Calabari culture. Let me not go outside of that. In my culture, women are not given chieftaincy titles. So it's um it's strange to me when I hear women have title, but then that's other people's culture. But in my own culture, in Calabari land, women are not given title. But she's a title holder. That's one. Two, she's the wife of a revered personality, now late, of your state and of Alibo, of Ndibo people, and in plays a great role in the history, the recent history of Ndibo. But what struck me at that while the stories were going on, because you know me, we've known ourselves for a while now. I don't like to discuss issues that I don't have information, quality information on, because I don't like to say things and perhaps end up going back to say, oh, I'm
Mhm.
sorry, I didn't quite understand it or I didn't quite get it. So I tend to not speak very jump into issues as soon as they occur. I try to find out the facts on this issue. So as I began to do my investigation, and I also put out a call to you, it began to emerge that when Obiano, 8 years ago, and his wife wanted the ticket from Abga, that they actually went to Bianca. Now, bearing in mind at the time, excuse me, at the time that Obiano wanted this ticket, the late Odumegu Ojukwu was already dead. And so they went to Bianca and knelt down in front of Bianca, which is the normal political way of showing loyalty
Sure.
and asking for things. But that's at some point the person will come to regret it, which I'm sure in this case is what may or may not have happened. I'm not in anybody's mind. But then I began to wonder, well, if you went to kneel down in front of somebody to ask for something as a political support, then that person must be important in the realm of things in that state or in that political party. But then we also heard that when Bianca wanted to go for the seat of the Senate, that these very people whom she had supported or given her blessing to become a governor were also the people that seem to have scuttled her own political ambitions in the state. So it began to become very clear that truly there are issues, very clearly underlining issues. I heard that Bianca had earlier on said to them that anything that they are doing in the states in the future while they still were governor, that she would not attend. So, having
As a
said,
means of protest.
as a means of whatever the means, whatever her reasons, that she had said so. All right.
Mm.
Now, bearing in mind, in my opinion, bearing in mind that Soludo himself, she supported Soludo. So if she supported Soludo, then Soludo invited her to his swearing in. Let me put it like